Hello, guys. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Kardec Radio. Good evening, the workers of the Spirit Society of Ireland. Good evening, everyone from the Kardec Radio. And let me just check here the sound. I guess everyone is hearing us. Good evening, Neji. How are you today?
Good evening, Vanderlei. Good evening, everyone. Everyone is listening. Good.
I guess so, yeah. If anyone can send to us a message just to say if you guys are okay. But I was checking here the sound and everything seems fine, Neji.
Yeah, good.
Despite of the storm that you have outside, I think
Oh,
Barbara,
yes.
what's
Nice
the name?
weather today.
Yeah,
I
but there is a
tasted that
storm.
a few minutes ago.
Did you? Yeah, for you cycling.
Yeah, that's very nice. I was cycling. I couldn't even move in 1 meter. Was terrible when this happened. But yes, thanks God, I got home safe.
Okay, that's good. We have some people coming here, Neide. We have Daniela Paixão. We have here Paul Lalonde. We are okay. Canada are here. Thanks, Paul. It's nice to know that Canada is with us. We have here Kelly. Hi, Kelly. We have here, as I said, Daniela. So it's nice for you guys to be here tonight. We don't have a special speaker tonight. So me and Nate, maybe Steven, we're not sure if he's going to be able to come because he's very busy. He's going to come maybe in a few minutes. As we were saying earlier on, we were chatting me and Nate, and today we're going to be talking about the narrow door. We're going to be using the gospel according to Spiritism here. Uh, but this part we have also in the Bible. But first, Nate will do our initial prayer, then we go through the text. Okay, guys? So, Nate, please.
So let's take a deep breath. Let's raise our thoughts to Jesus, to our mentors. First of all, say thanks for the thanks to the mentors that always thanks to Jesus to be with us, to guide us, to protect us, to believe in us, and that we can make this moment closer and these words closer for us. Let's receive these teachings, these thoughts with an open heart and an open mind. So be it. Amen.
So be it. Thanks, Nate. Let's check our connection here just to see. Okay, my internet is working fine. How is your internet, Nate? It seems to be a bit bad, or is it good?
It's look nice, but let me know if it start to be, because sometimes I have some oscillation, especially when the weather is bad like this. So please
Okay.
let me know if it start to be, too difficult or to start to cut, because sometimes this can
Okay.
happen. I hope that works fine. It still work fine for a while. Let's pray that it's still like that to the end.
Okay. Okay, guys. So as we were saying, we're gonna be talking today about the narrow door. And in this part in the Bible, we can find in Matthew 7, 13, 14, and we can find also in Luke 23 to 30. The shortest version that we're going to be reading more here is from Matthew. And Luke goes to other different aspects of the parable, but then we're going to be discussing. So the text says, enter through the narrow gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the path that leads to destruction. And there are many who go through there. But small is the gate, and narrow is the path that leads to life, and only a few find it. So, Major, when I read this text first, for me it was a bit strange because I was wondering why the narrow door is the correct one, why the gate is narrow. And what do you think? What are your thoughts regarding to this?
Yeah, I confess that was quite difficult for me in the beginning. First that I hear the parable of the narrow door many years ago, of course. And I confess that because I never read the Bible, I confess I'm not. I can have a problem to understand a little bit the Bible, so I don't go through the studies of Christ by the Bible. I always use the Gospel because for me it's easier to understand. And then the first time that I heard about the this parable was through the Spiritists. And for me, it
Okay.
was even with the Spiritism, even they explained everything, was quite difficult for me to understand a little bit, you know, why the narrow door is so difficult to enter. And but then when we start to analyze few things, and the Spiritism explain, uh, then we see why it's difficult to get the narrow door, you know, why it's so difficult to get this path. And one thing that I was thinking today, and I was imagining like how many situations this happening, how many times we choose the the wide door, you know, and this can be through the not just our life, but even in our day. You know, when we have to choose between things or make choice in our day by day, many of the time we always choose the wide door, you know? And then it's
Okay.
why the path is longer, you know, for us. I don't know
Yeah.
if you got my
Now I understand
my
what
thoughts.
you're saying. Because here, according to the Gospel, according to Spiritism, the Spirits explains to us that most of the time, the white door is the door which leads to evil passions. So let's simplify. Let's give an example. Let's say you want to get stronger, you want to get big, and blah, 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 something like this. Just a really simple example. Or you want to become a lawyer, or you want to, let me see, you want to create a new habit. In general, all these good things that we have to do for ourselves, it requires plenty of energy. So we have to, to put a lot of effort to do these things. So these things they requires a lot of ourselves, a lot of time of donation of ourselves. And normally, once we go to the easiest path, in general, we don't really. It doesn't really require much energy of us. That's the natural. That's the automatic. So the parable tries to bring this sense to us. If you want to get away of these evil passions, or if you want to get away from this automatic movement from life that a lot of us we are living in, we have to stay away from this wider door. Of course, we have to understand that when Jesus said that 2,000 years ago, that was an expression, that was a way of expressing himself according to the time and location that he was. He was using these metaphors to try to make us to understand the simple thing. Whatever it's easy, it goes fast. Whatever it's easy is like ice; it melts really quick. Whatever we put energy, whatever we put effort, whatever thing we plan, normally it tends to last. Whatever we put passion, and it's difficult for us to normally to get last a bit longer. What do you think? About this?
No, I completely I agree with you, and it's like they say like we have to work on in this passion that we have to be able to get through the narrow door, because it's like let's say, even if you want to, many times we are not able to. There is a difference between I want to, and I will be able to. And of course, I can. Of course, I want to go to the narrow door. I think that's your thought as well, and most of the people, we want to choose the narrow door. But the problem is because of our tendencies
Yeah.
that we still have, these passions that we still have, many of the times when we see we already make the wrong choice, when we see we already are going to the way that will lead us to the white door, you know, even when we try, and of course, if we try hard, if we work on in our passions, in our vicissitudes, and all these things, one day we will be able. But for more that I want to be positive, I don't believe that this incarnation will be I will, I will be I will be able to go to the narrow door. I will.
Okay.
The humanity still have many things to work on. We're still full of pride, full of vices, and so many things that we still have to work on. And I don't. When I say, I don't say just about myself in this case, but I say that the whole human and the planet. We still work, we still like evolve, but I don't think that we are able to go through the narrow door so easy. Like, just really few of us are able to do it. Like Chico Xavier, I believe that Divaldo and others, they probably they go through the narrow door, you know, but not us,
Okay. Yeah, but maybe
not
if we
yet.
think, yeah, not yet, but maybe we're not gonna go to the narrow door which they are going through, but we're gonna have to go to our doors, because the gospel says here to us, um, this salvation is narrow because man is obliged to exert great control over himself in order to dominate his evils tendencies, and he wishes to pass through. And this is something that few are resigned enough to do it. It complements the maximum. The maximum. Many are called and few are chosen. So here
Mm-hmm.
it's saying to us basically that we have to exert, as you were saying, this really um, high level of giving ourselves to the cause, or giving ourselves the time to fail, to make our mistakes, but it's still to keep going, and not just say, okay, I made a mistake, I'm not good enough, I'm going to stop here. So it's saying to us that we have to really want to pass, to go through. So we have to have this strong will to do it. So maybe, as you said, we're not going to go in the same way that Chico Xavier goes, but Chico Xavier, Divaldo, and many others. But if we do our best every day, we are breaking through each day all the barriers which are holding us back. And I guess that's the main thing, because the spirits, they say to us, the true spiritist or the true religious person is that one with who every day tries to become better, tries to be better than yesterday basically. So it's a matter of really choosing. Do I really want to do this, or I don't want to do this? And as you said, many of us, we don't want to do that yet, because we still may be enjoying, the fun or the easiest life which the world gives to us. We are not, spirit is not against having fun, spirit is not against going out or anything like this. But it's like when we talk about material stuff, we are not against it. The problem is once you give only all your energies, all your coins to the material stuff, and you are not really thinking about the world. What do you think, Nate?
No, yes, I completely agree with you, and I believe that it's like I said. It's not. I don't think that we don't want to, but because of our tendencies to, it is always because of this passion that we still have for material things, for moments of fun, and to the we still too attached to the material stuff in earth. We still think, that as as we have just this life to live, and because we have this mentality, you know, I believe that we always, we could say, for example, let's do a simple thing. This weekend, you call me, say, Nady, Saturday I will go to do a volunteer job to help the kids in the hospital and things. And I say, this Saturday, but this Saturday my friend has a barbecue in the garden, and I was waiting for to go there. So I want to go to the hospital to help the kids, but I already give my word that I will be on the barbecue. It's his birthday. So it's like, I still have this tendency of going to a certain way that I should not.
Yeah.
Choose even if I choose go to the hospital, you still feel guilty to not going to the have fun.
Yeah.
because I work so hard during the week. I deserve to have some fun at on my day off. So I still put this kind of stuff that, okay, like I said, is healthy, is good to do it, but it's when you have a choice, when you have a situation that you can choose, and which one you're gonna choose? You're gonna choose something that will give you just a moment of pleasure, or you will choose something that will give you much more than this. Because maybe go to the hospital to help the kids, you'll be different way. I won't have the same fun that I will have on the barbecue, but for sure this will give me a moment of joy, and this may in much more stronger that will hold me for much longer than the other one that is just momentaneous. You understand? So this is the thing that I can see, and unfortunately, because of our standards, many of the time we choose just the momentaneous instead of the one that will bring us joy for much longer, to maybe for even for the whole life. Things that we will remember many years on the future, and you still feel that joy.
Yeah.
Because you did something that really matter, not just for you, but for the other. You get? No, I'm not condemning. It's just a simple example that I could find, to demonstrate how we still choose the wide door instead of the narrow door.
But I like one word that you mentioned, pleasure. Because here in the Gospel according to the Spirit, it says to us, them is the situation of terrestrial humanity. Because as Earth is a world of atonement, evil is predominating factor. When the planet has been transformed to the pathway of goodness, will be the most frequently followed. Therefore, words should be understood in a relative manner and not an in an absolute way. If this were to be the permanent state of humanity, then God would have condemned the great majority of his creatures to damnation, which is an inadmissible supposition, since we recognize that God is all kindness and justice. So here, when you mentioned the word pleasure, we're still in this more or less animal state. Even Emmanuel says that to us, that humanity is still choosing the wide door because we still endorse, we still have this sensation of pleasure as our main driver. So we still want pleasure more now. I want to eat more. I want to have more sex. I want to feel that I'm high. Whatever is the pleasure that someone wants to have. We are not here to condemn pleasure or anything like this. But also, the gospel says to us, because we are in the world of atonement, that's the level that we're still choosing. But it will change, basically. That's what it says. And once we start to change, once we start to choose more or less the narrow door, or at least trying to go through the narrow door, the world will change. Once the world changes, uh, people, the spirits around us, they're gonna start to be better spirits. So it's a kind of it's a temporary state. We are still choosing the pleasures, but we're not gonna be choosing that forever because we all have to progress.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know if it makes sense. Does that make sense to you guys? To you, Nate? What do you guys think?
Yeah, for me, it's make total sense. And one thing just come to my mind now. The situation that we are having now in the world with this pandemic thing, you know, we are having many chance to exercise
Mm,
always, which way we want to go.
yeah,
If it's through the narrow or the wide door,
yeah,
because we are living this now. So we are going to this moment, and then no, now you can choose. You have a chance to choose. Now many things, like I said, is small. It's a small step. It's a small change that we have to do it. But God give us one chance now to start to exercise this.
yeah,
To think and rethink about our act and our choices in life. how we are living our life, give us the time, the opportunity to think about it, to analyze things that we couldn't do before, So we have a great chance now with the situation to exercise this.
Agree. But let's try to make this parable more visible, more visual. Let's just imagine, and please, I hope no one gets offended with what I'm trying to what I'm gonna be saying here. Imagine if you are a bit fat and you have to pass through a door, a narrow door. What do we have to do in general? We're gonna have to lose weight, correct? To pass that narrow space. Once you think about the gospel and about what you told, we have to make a diet also, but it's a moral diet. We have to leave all these things behind. As you said, we have to choose better. So we have to say, okay, I want to choose better for myself, for the people around me, and for the entire world. So we have to make this diet of ourselves and leave it behind and start to eat. What I mean, eat, I really mean that in a metaphorical way, less bad energy, to start to watch less bad things on the internet, to start to doing less gossip at work, for example, with our partners. Maybe try to have more patience, maybe try to be more understandable with the friends in the spirited center or in religious place or at work, someone who has a different opinion than us. Even if we really think that that person doesn't know anything, we have to go and look and say, okay, my friend, let's, we have to try to be nicer, not trying to be fake. But even as Breno says, our friend, fake it until you make it. So what I'm trying to say that we really have to make this, we have to become slimmer to pass to the narrow door. But morally speaking, guys, don't get me wrong. It's not talking about the physical body, because according to the spiritual teachings, we all know that we are not this. We are spirits, you know. So we have to become lighter. What do you think, Nate?
No, I totally agree. I think this, yes, we have to do this moral diet that you said, like try to be less pride and practice more charity, for example, to exercise to exercise what Jesus said, to love one another, to forgive, because resentment is one thing that makes us really big in this case.
Yeah,
So all these things, like we practice, like charity, forgiveness, self-love, love your brothers, try to not judge your neighbors, or not judge the others. Try to to work on this as much as we can. Like you said, like exactly, like I said, the same way that we do this diet to feed our physical body. Think about what we are putting inside of us, right? Like
yeah,
what I'm eating to make that make me bigger, and what I can eat in my diet. So what with what I can feed myself, with my spirit in this case, to get myself on the shape, on the good way. So we have to think about, because we sometimes we worry too much with things that we are eating in our day by day, and what we are feeding ourselves
I agree.
with feeding our spirits. Let's think about what we are doing, on our day, what we are listening, what we are visualizing the internet, for example. If it's just bad news, just terrible things, of course we have to be aware of everything that's going around in the world. Is normal. I don't say that you don't have to watch news or something like that,
Sure,
but I say that you have to find a balance, you know
agree.
the same way that we can, see bad news or bad in the internet and television and on the newspapers. Try to have a time to read something good, something to elevate your thoughts. Try to read a good book. Try to watch something on the internet that will make you laugh, for example, instead of just watch things that will make you angry. And try to take a moment to feed yourself with good things as well, and to practice this kind of stuff, to have a balance in your day. you know,
Yeah.
because sometimes we are so many things come to us that we are overloaded with just bad news, you
Oh
know,
yeah.
and then we, on the end of the day, you are angry, you are, you know, grumpy, and you don't know why. You know, some things is just watch what are you doing,
Yep.
what are you reading, what are you seeing, you know. Whoa, look who you appear here.
Mhm.
Hey.
Hello, I made it.
Yeah, I told he would
Woohoo.
come.
Yeah,
Told he would come. I knew it.
yeah. How are you guys?
Yeah.
All good,
Good,
and
and
you, my
you?
friend?
Okay, good. How's the narrow door for you?
Naru.
Uh, and difficult to go through. Very difficult to go through.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's not the easiest task.
I have to do the moral diet and the material diet as well. So I have double work.
We are in the same boat, Steven, so it's all right.
Okay, okay.
I
If
don't know what you guys talk
if
about.
I
I don't have
felt
this
like
problem.
you, I was very happy. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my friend. But it's nice you are here. So how is the work at home?
yeah. Tough, tough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Steven is painting his house. He's doing a lot of things at his place. So he's trying to exercise this how we call this kind of oh god, the word just disappeared. He's trying to exercise charity for his family and for everyone there, and his patients also, I guess.
Yeah, I'm trying to build a gym in my home, you know?
Yeah, God,
Yeah.
poor man.
Okay. Okay.
Esteban is always bombril boy.
Yep, do everything.
Well, I hope I can do something good, you know, because there are those people who do a lot of things, but none of the things are done very well, you know? Just,
Very true.
yeah.
Sometimes you just do it for doing, but you're not really putting ourselves into it.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's something actually,
Exactly.
Stephen, you said that, but that's in the gospel also, because in the second part of this parable, it says to us, for those who say, Lord, Lord, I was with you, and blah, blah, blah. Do you remember this part? Correct,
Yeah.
Stephen? Can you say something to us about this, if you don't mind?
Well, there are two ways to see this, in my point of view. The
Okay,
first one is you want to do the charity. Let's call charity, okay? Because you want to look good to someone else, to your neighbors, to the people surrounding you, or want to do charity because these fill up some gaps. An example which happens exactly with the spirit centers. Um, let's say we are the president of a group, a Spiriteers group, and they will do a campaign. Okay,
okay,
the president sometimes they need to say they say, "Oh, I need to go," but he needs to go because he's a president or because he wants to do that. I heard earlier when Nate said, and she said brilliantly. Uh, we choose sometimes the easy happiness. That's why it takes too don't take too long to us. And sometimes when you do something in let's say a small action, but with our heart full of love, full of compassion, it's better than I donate like a millions to some place and just because we can use here the parable that parable when Jesus said that the widow gave when she gave one coin she gave more than everybody else. I don't recall exactly what is the parable, but Jesus said, "Oh, that widow gave more than anybody else here," and she gave one coin of what she's giving. Most of us, when we want to do shard, want to do something, we give you what is uh, 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 what we will not need: old clothes, old T-shirts, old shoes, probably the food that we is left over or something like this. We don't see people doing, okay, I will bake a cake today because I want to donate this cake to someone on the street.
True.
So this is my point of view.
Yeah, makes sense because as you said, because this parable talks a lot about charity in the second part, and as you said, the charity it's quite easy to do once you have plenty. But in this parable that you were mentioning about the widow, it's beautiful because she gave everything she had.
Hmm.
So are we giving everything we have, not only to the others as a charity? Because sometimes we still don't have that mindset, but in the tasks that we do in our daily work, at work, for example, are we doing really our best? Once we're at home with our partner, are we really doing our best? Here in the Spirit Center, whatever. Because sometimes we are not yet ready yet to give to the others. But if we are not even giving to ourselves, but when I say giving to ourselves, not pleasure, but as Nate said, to feed ourselves with good things, good movies, good stuff to watch, good stuff to read, and things like this. If you cannot even do this in our daily lives, how do we expect to life to bring to us good things to happen, good things to us? We always going to be suffering, and in general, we always think that we are suffering because of the others. God doesn't like us. Life doesn't like me. My boss, he hates me. Stephen and Nate, they always say that I do this wrong and blah blah. We always
Yeah,
blame
that's
the
the
others,
funny part, isn't it?
yeah. So we are always blaming the others. But once we are doing the best, or once we are able to do for the others, we start to open our minds. I don't know if it makes sense, guys. What do you guys think?
No, yes, this makes complete sense. This reminds me a case that Divaldo told in a speech that he gave you recently, I think about 1 month ago, about this, that he talked about his story with the guy that appeared to him that is with a
Hmm.
lepra,
Leper, yeah.
lepra, yeah. And this guy called him brother, and then he started to be worried why his guy is calling him brother. His guy looks so bad and so, kind of even disgusting, because his face was a little bit deformed. And then when the guy started to talk to him, he transformed himself in a beautiful spirit, and
Mm.
he told him about his past lives when they met each other, and all the bad things that he has been doing during this time till the time that he incarnated in, I think it was in Bahia, I don't remember where, in Brazil, and he got lepra, and he went to the place for the kind of healthcare when they take care of these peoples. And I think Divaldo worked with one of sisters that was to go there and work, and then when they met each other again, and through the words of these these volunteers that went there and teach some good words and teach them the spiritism, this guy had this chance to get the narrow door, let's say,
Yeah.
when he redeemed himself through the surfer, and he could go through the narrow door and go to the next level, and this was thanks to the help of these workers and the help of Vivaldo, and his is very nice. If you have a chance to, I can give you the link later, and you can put it on, because it's a really good story that he talked about in his speech. that he gave last month about it. I don't remember all details, of course, but it's a very nice stories because the guy he tell many of his incarnations that he was given the chance to get better, and everything that he did was wrong. Like he get the chance to do good things in many incarnations, and he was like getting wrong, to the time that he finally, to the surfer, he got to know to understand how the life works, and he was able to find his narrow door. So, and sometimes we are this. We sometimes when I think about this guy, when he was telling his story, I was thinking about how many times we need this. You know, how many times we need to go through some really bad suffer to find our narrow door. Because when you have a chance, like when you have a normal incarnation with a normal life, a happy life, like let's say, we always keep doing the wrong choice. We always keep going to the wide door, to the wide path. And sometimes we have to come, we have to suffer, we have to go through very hard time, then we to be able to see the way of the narrow door. Just like that, we will be able to pass on. Many of us. I don't say that is for all of us, or in general, but most of the case I can say. Because we always say, because as Jesus said, I think it was Jesus, I don't remember, or we can choose through the love or through the pain. And unfortunately, we always choose the pain.
Yeah, but sometimes the big question for me is like, how is our faith? How we trust that we will achieve that point, that we will do it. How we trust in ourselves in order when you put some targets and follow the steps to reach that target. I'm not saying bypassing someone or doing something bad to reach your target. I'm saying is doing the self-analysis of what you are doing, what you are doing, what our action it's causing to someone else. But instead, it's easy to blame. It's easy to blame a lot of people. And that God is the easiest way to blame, because he didn't come here and say, hey, it wasn't me. It's not my fault. And instead, we need to think more about what we need to do, what's our role in all this, and stop to find excuses and change these excuses into action. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Stephen, this self-reflection that you are bringing to us, as we were saying when we think about the diet, let's try to make it visual again. I go to the
Okay.
narrow door, I can't pass there yet. I look at my side, okay, I still have some extra weight here. Okay, it's quite, I wouldn't say it's easy, but if you really do that honestly, that self-reflection honestly, you're gonna see that you have to improve something, you have to do something. So once you have this wish to do something, even if you don't know what to do,
Mm-hmm.
becomes easy. But
Mm-hmm.
as you said, if you go to the narrow door, if you go just trying to create this metaphor in our mind, I cannot pass here yet. Why is that so narrow? I think someone who made this gate here is quite stupid, because they should make it larger. Because they forgot that I'm always feeding myself with bad stuff. I'm quite large. So I want to pass here. Someone, it's not my fault, as you said. It's maybe the engineer's fault.
Yeah.
you know. But if what we maybe have to start to have is just, as Nate said, I really like this point, this trigger. And normally, because according to the boss, according to Spiritism, because of the level that we are, this trigger always comes from pain. Not always, but in general, most of the time. But if I see that Steven is having troubles to passing his narrow door or nades, if I'm smart enough, I'm gonna say, okay, they're struggling. What can I do different than them? But we need this self-observation. We need to step back and say, okay, let's take a deep breath. Because you guys know me, I am always very energetic, and I made so many mistakes in my life because I always want to do things really too fast. And sometimes I say things that I shouldn't say. Correct, Stephen? Correct, Nate? So sometimes we lose
You're
one.
saying that.
Yeah, but you guys know it. You guys have been part of it, and
You're
many other
saying that.
people. Sometimes we
But I
lose.
have to agree.
You have to agree, of course. Anyone who knows me a little bit has to agree. It's fine. But sometimes we lose one opportunity to be quiet, and that's one of the most valuable opportunity. Once we stay in our corner, we start to meditate and maybe praying. What I mean praying, if you don't believe in anything religious, but just wondering, okay, whoever is upstairs, whatever energy is around, please guide me. I don't know how to do that yet. Please, good spirits or mother nature, whatever name you want to give, inspire me. I don't know how to. Once we are humble, things they become easy. But if I go to the door and I say again, the engineer, whoever built this gate, he doesn't know what he's doing, then because I have my pride too high, I'm never gonna be able to improve or to at least to be walking. I don't know if you know. That's what I think.
It reminds me the exercise of the glass of water.
Yes, half empty or half full. Is that's exercise
No, no, no.
to keep putting water.
When you are having problems, drink a lot of water, then swallow the water.
André Luiz,
The
yeah,
water in your mouth.
the water of patience. Yeah,
Yeah, because we need to think like when you point the fingers to someone else, it's difficult to think our position, our value, our I don't know, our I think our value. That's the point. No, it's like when you dress up something and you are feeling very women. Most of the women have like this. Uh, when we dress up something and we are feeling very good with that, you're feeling nice, you're feeling like a woman. I'm feeling skinny, I'm feeling this, I'm feeling that. Wow, it's great. But the first person who comes to you, oh, these clothes doesn't fit you. So what more important? Other someone else opinion or your opinion? Why are you gonna change your clothes? Why are you gonna change your behavior, change your life, change your job, change based on someone else's opinions, based on someone else's judgment? If you're feeling happy there, if you're feeling happy with your relationship, if you're feeling great with your job, if you're feeling great with the position you have, but because someone said to you, this doesn't fit you, you deserve a better thing, this is not right for you, we create this cycle and then we need to reach out again.
yeah. We have to give less importance to the opinion of the others, but at the same time, Stephen, um, we have to remember what Kardec said in the Gospel according to Spiritism. Whenever someone says to you that giving, let's say, a bad opinion about you, if that person is your enemy, listen to him. Why listen to your enemy? Because sometimes your friends they're gonna be too nice. So the friends of this girl, they're gonna see her. Oh, you fit, you're so nice, but actually she looks crap. Sorry about the expression, but oh, you look so nice. Oh, you look so beautiful. But in their mind, they are saying, oh, she looks ugly. She looks terrible. So then someone that she doesn't like goes there. You look ugly. Kardec explains to us sometimes we should listen to our enemies because sometimes they are the only ones who's gonna tell the truth, the real truth. Of course, we're not gonna give all the importance what people say to us, bad things, but sometimes you have to understand that if everyone is saying something about your personality, for example, maybe you should consider, if especially if that person has the reputation of being honest, because maybe that person is correct. And again, if you are smart enough, you're gonna hear everyone, but you're gonna say, okay, maybe that person is saying something which everyone is afraid to say. Okay, you know, I think it's a good point which Kardec makes about this, about the other's
Yeah, it's a
opinion.
very good point. And I want to hear more about people who are listening us. They are very quiet.
Yeah, yeah.
Or we talk a lot of good things and we are leaving them without question. Or we're doing something wrong here. Like just the example of that we just gave us, you know? The- you are being polite, kind with us, or we are doing a bad job here?
Yes, guys, let us know. We have to improve
Yeah.
because we are not speakers here. We do this here, because we want to talk about spiritism. But if you are doing something wrong, guys, or if you want to hear some other point, let us know. Please, your feedback is really valuable to us.
And also suggestion for topics you would like to see us to talk is much
That's a good idea.
appreciated. Yeah, yeah. Like for example, next Thursday, it's gonna be us again. Sorry.
Sorry, guys.
So if you want to us engage in something you want to us to talk about, please put in your comments here what you want to us to talk about. Yeah. So Narodor, it's
Uh, no, just say that the second part of the gospel, Vanderlei. Did you get the last part? No, the when they say the about the reincarnations,
Which
because
part?
when you
Plurality of the words? What?
no on the same text that you are reading,
No, but yeah, to combine the
like
match. Ah, okay.
because
So
it's
when
like
yeah, I think
this is something that is kind of comfort us because no, we are talking about this and about our how difficult it is to improve, how it's difficult to evolve, to get ourselves ready to go through the narrow door. But it's like the one thing that is give a kind of comfort to us is knowing that even if you're not able to do it in this life in this time, we still have a chance to work on. This is a kind of comfort that reincarnation brings to us. It's something that is a good part of the thing, like because we are just talk about the difficult part and how difficult it is and how you take and everything. But yes, we have like if you're not able to do this time, the good news is we have a chance to try again. Like this guy
definitely.
on the story that I was telling you before. Like he needs many lives to go. And imagine for us to be here today, talk about this, and to have the conscience that we have to work on this we stood in ours. The word just disappeared from my mind right now. But yes, we have to improve ourselves. We have this conscience now, even if we are not doing completely because we are fail many times. But we have this conscience today, and I'm sure that for us to have this conscience now, it's because we have through many things before. We have come many other lives when we fail to get here today and say, wow, I have something I have to change. I have to work on in this, in this not defects, but in this bad habit that we have to work my pride. I have to work myself and my self confidence. I have self-esteem. I have to work in forgiving because I'm too harsh on people. I have to, to have this conscience today. It's because I think we already have passed through many things before. So that's a light. It's a light on the end of the tunnel for me. Like, I know that even if I'm not able to go through the narrow door this time, I will still have a chance to do it. It's depend of ourselves. Like, we have to keep work on, to make the way short. If I can't reach there, anyone, let's say, at least I can do this way a little bit shorter for next time if I work hard.
Yeah.
Do you get?
Yeah. Yeah, because this narrow door is not like to be reached in one life. As you said, the text explains to us quite well. Maybe I'm gonna be able to fix one thing about my personality, regarding to some regarding to who I am. But to really improving everything, it's gonna take several incarnations. Then I'm gonna be able to pass to really, let's say, to elevate myself or to pass to the narrow door. Yeah, and it takes several incarnations. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
But guys, just before we go here, because we don't have much time, let me see if I can really. I think I have here. What is it? What is the banners? Just was red. Okay, I'm not sure if it's gonna be able to show. Yeah, it shows quite small, guys. I don't know how can make that big, but we're gonna add the link here on Facebook. So Steven, would like to say anything about the event that we're gonna be having? Would you like to explain to
Yeah,
the guys?
yeah, we need to show this a little bit now.
It's quite hard to show. I'm gonna.
Yeah, let me give some little bit of time. 1 second. Let me do something. That share my screen here. We can have it is on the screen. Okay. 1 second.
Okay. Or you can share your screen.
Yes. Yeah. 1 second. 1 second.
Okay. Okay.
1 second. So, by the way, we had a suggestion for a topic, so we can.
Okay, let me see here. Yep, from Mara. I would suggest something related to negativity from others that could affect our lives. Yes, we can try to talk about this talk next week, but just from my mind, if you guys don't mind me saying, just think like this. We have to really be careful once we think that if the negativity of someone comes to my life, or if that really affects me, it's because I'm not really doing my part. Because according to the gospel, according to spiritism, according to the spirits, sorry if my words they can be a bit harsh, guys. Please forgive me. I'm not trying here to, to hurt or anyone in any way. But we have to really be clear that according to the spiritist teachings, we have to protect ourselves, making our elevation, our vibration quite high. So if bad energies are coming around us, it's because it's a really simple way. If it's raining outside, if me keeping my window open, the water will come through. Not because the water is bad, because I'm keeping my window open. So, but
Yeah.
we can try to talk about this next week, Stephen. What do you guys think?
Yeah. Sure.
Thursday.
Yeah, good, good.
Sure. Yeah. Let's talk. Let's talk.
Okay, yeah, I think we are okay. That's great. Now it's better
Oh.
than the way I did.
Okay. So, what do we have here? It's we are approaching September is next door. So we will do our part in order to suicide prevention. So the suicide prevention date, if I'm not wrong, is on the 10th of September.
Yes, right?
and uh, and we will do a joint effort. So, plus the British Union Spiritist Society, plus the British Spiritist Medical Association, plus Irish Spiritist Federation and Kardec Radio will join forces and we'll do an all-day event. So the event starts at 10 a.m. London time. So it's going to be a little bit early for you guys in America. But this event goes up to 7 p.m. British time, Britain time. So what happened? So we will have Vanessa Celoni, Dr. Dana Sisi, Nadir, Munir Gariba, Edir Paixão, and the topics Lawrence Savio and Natalie Tolbert. So, and at the end, our dear friend Vanessa Celon will conduct a round table with all speakers. So at the end, we will have this and will be much enjoyable if we have you there. And at the same time, if you will spread the word, this is gonna help us to give our 2 cents in order to help everyone who are thinking about suicide. And especially here, we are not focused only on suicide, we focus on the value of life. That's the most important thing here. That's the main point here. We need to appreciate life, enjoy all the moments, and understand that the bad moments happen to us. It's a point to become a better opportunity. So this is the main focus of this event. Okay, so the event, you can see this on Buzz Facebook, on our Facebook, Spiritist Society of Ireland, on YouTube, and also on Kardec Radio, Facebook, and YouTube. So, no excuse, many ways to see, many ways to find us, and I hope to see everybody there. That's it.
Okay, that's good. Yes, Julian, it will be broadcasted over here, but the broadcast itself will be done by Kardec Radio. So we're gonna have the link on our Facebook page. So we're gonna be like a channel for the Kardec Radio, who is the main organizer of the event. But yes, it will be broadcasted in our Facebook page. Alia! Princesa. Steve, Mara sent to us here that if we could leave this topic for not Thursday, for next week, would be better. So we can try. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
That's
sure.
good. Yes,
sure.
great.
Okay, give us time to do our research,
Yes,
do
true.
our homework. Thank you, Mara. Very kind with us. So, okay.
And
So
yeah,
your friend is back.
Alia, boneca.
Say hi,
She's
everybody.
training to be the next speaker.
Yeah.
You guys can give to her 15 years, and you guys will see much better than us.
Yeah, Juliana. Yes. So we will be broadcast here in Ireland, in US, in UK, so a lot of places. So.
And just before we go, Alessandro made a really nice point here. Everyone has their moments of negativity. No one is 100% all the time. We agree with you, Alessandra. And it's really nice if you see the conference regarding to suicide, that we're going to be talking a lot, not we, the speakers, because we're not going to be in the talk that day, but they're going to be talking about this, that sometimes, yes, we have our difficult days, but we always have to try our best to improve our vibration, to never ever thinking about suicide or something like this. But really good point. Thanks, Patricia.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So, time's up.
It's up.
Thank you. Thank you. I like your t-shirts, Nady. Very good t-shirt.
Just
Yeah.
just before we go, so guys, sorry, Stephen, but so just for everyone who wants to really know, get to know more about Spiritism, Neide and Tanya Moore, they run the studies group on Wednesday, every Wednesday at 8 p.m. So if you guys are interested on learning more about the Spiritism in the group where we can share more about the Spirit's book, please send an email to us and Neide will reply to you guys and give the Zoom code because we do that by Zoom. It's not open. But I mean, it's open to everyone, but you have to get the code first.
Yeah, it's not live. It's just on the Zoom app, and it's very nice. Is a when you can discuss about, we can study together. You know, it's not a speech like here. It's something that you can join. You can give your opinion. You can ask, and you can share opinion with us. So it's something that is really nice, and everyone is welcome. Just everything is doing in English, and you don't have to be an expert in Spiritism. Just come with open heart and open mind, and you'll be very welcome.
And for those who are here for the first time, we have these lives here every Tuesday and Thursday at a 7:15 p.m. It takes about 1 hour, and every Sunday also at a 11:15 a.m., which takes about 1 hour also. Everyone is more than welcome to just come here on our Facebook or page or YouTube page. And that's it.
Okay, thank you. I would suggest one of you guys do the final prayer because the background noise here it's too much.
Vanderlei can do it. I did the initial one. Vanderlei, you are the one now.
Okay. So let's close our eyes. Let's be thankful for this time that we had here tonight. Let's be thankful for the lives we have. Despite of the difficulties that we may be facing at the moment. Let's be thankful because we have time. And time is the most precious tool which God gives to us to improve ourselves, to make ourselves better, and also to be better to the others, which is not a really easy task. But let's ask for the guidance for our mentors and the good spirits in order to be able to achieve this goal of being better than yesterday. Thank God, thank the mentors of the Spirit Society of Ireland, and thanks our Master Jesus, and so be it. Okay. Okay, guys, we're gonna close here the broadcast. So thank you very much, guys. Have a good night.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thursday.
Kardec Radio, and thank you guys from America, from Canada, from Chicago.
Yeah, let's keep this bridge open. Do not close the bridge.
Not close the bridge, guys. Thanks, everyone, guys. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.